Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So this has been on my heart for some time, but anyway, I'm just gonna share it. So Supernatural, I've talked about this show a few times, and it still is the go-to show that I watch continuously, even though I've seen it multiple times all the way through all 15 seasons. And I just found out that I guess they were going to do kind of another spin-off prequel type thing, I think with those Sam and Dean's parents, but it got canceled. And it actually looks like a lot of, if not the whole production team of Supernatural, like really tried to get this show, to other companies and film studios and this and that, and they just weren't able to yet. They're not giving up, which is beautiful. I love the perseverance. But so it stands, the show has been canceled. And so, like, again, my intuition is you guys have a very cultish, cult isn't a bad word. Cult is just a way of doing things, by the way. Culture, cult, you have to look. There's good cults and there's bad cults. So anyway, you all got a cult following. That's what I feel. It, like, people like you, like Sam and Dean, I'm, talking to you two, you guys, both are the stars. It's time that, like, with everything that's going on the planet, like, you guys can use y'all's influence and even the information that you learn and the connections you probably have to help develop a real supernatural community on the planet Earth. Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. It's all in terms of getting us closer in tune with nature and love and God and the Most Highs and our supernatural abilities as human beings. But because we live lives in these cities that are perpetuating evil infrastructure and are, anti-love in all its ways, anti-supernaturalism, at least in the good ways, because you can be supernatural in a bad way too. It goes both ways. We don't have a good connection to that. But this project I'm working on, the nonprofit, the working for love, the getting back to nature, the taking care of the problems as we need to, these are all things that are going to help nature, but it's also going to help bring about our supernatural nature. Because we're taking care of nature, so then nature gives back. Everything's a give and take. So if you're helping out nature and you're doing all these things to help out nature, nature does recognize that, and these things do come back to us. So, to fight this good fight that we have here, because there's a very serious foe that's most of us are living in enemy territory, to be honest. If you're living in these big cities, you're living in enemy territory, in my opinion. You guys can use y'all's influence and your following, and just even, like I said, the stuff that you've learned, and you can work with other people like myself, or just take the information that I have on my, on the internet and that I've shared and use it for your own movement or whatever, to offer people a way out of these death traps, a way out of these cities, a way out of this negative fucking vibrational realm that we've developed here in reality that we have now being perpetuated. So, I talk a lot about celebrities and stuff, and a lot of times I'm talking to the bigger cats with a lot of money and influence who've been around for a very long time. But when I see Sam and Dean, like, y'all's passion was so strong in those shows, man. It's contagious as fuck. It's beautiful. It's like, it's so raw, like, in so many different ways. You guys balance each other out really fucking well. Your chemistry is great. Sam, anyway. My point is, like, the world could use people like that who really do have a strong influence, and I feel even have a good part of their heart really believes in the show that they were doing, and, like, saving the world. It's good stuff that y'all are doing. Maybe, like, all the killing and stuff is a little excessive perhaps, but there's a time and place for everything. But there's a way that we can take the influence of that show, the inspiration, the positive inspiration, the loving, the family values. That's all very beautiful, very, very, very valuable stuff that is also being attacked on many different levels. So, like, there's a lot in that show that humanity could use and cherish, and we could put to good use to help funnel and perpetuate a good society for everybody in all of life. And people like you, you and Sam and Dean, if you all step forward, I'm sure many, many, many people who watch the show would probably follow you guys, especially if you had, like, a legitimate plan to be like, okay, you guys can come here, we have this work for you guys to work on that's good for the environment, that's good for the people, that's good for the animals, that's good for all these type of things. Y'all can purchase this, you can start building your own new life, you can develop your own homes however you want to. It's all going to be eco-friendly, good for the earth, good for all these type of things. It's going to be perpetuating a good charity movement that's going to go about helping clean up the animals, clean up the planet, clean up starving children, help out starving children, help rehabilitate people, help perpetuate goodness and love into the world. It's like, this is why you celebrities, I look up to you guys, because you guys have been inspiring people in so many different ways. It's like, okay, well, y'all been inspiring. Well, it's like, now we got fucking crunch time, and let's get down to the work. Let's do this shit. And especially, like, seeing that the show was canceled and you guys still have so much passion and enthusiasm for it. Well, it's like, well, maybe it isn't the show. Maybe it isn't another show that God really wants y'all to do. Maybe it's something more tangible. Maybe it's something more real. Maybe it's something more powerful than y'all even think. So... Anyway, as a fan And as somebody who also sees the values inside the show and the passion in both you guys and everybody too, not just Sam and Deed, everybody involved in that show, my hat goes off to you guys. I look at it, I'm like, where the fuck they find these people? Like, this is great. So yeah, anyway, it's been on my heart for a little bit, so I thought I'd share it, especially after seeing that that show got canceled. So all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.